Naf. Yeah, get in there, Naf. Get it done. We do have Team Liquid. We have Evil Geniuses. We also have Henry G and Machine.
We absolutely are locked and loaded, Trace, ready to bring all of the action, likely break a few eardrums along the way. So, into the pistol, Henry, and it does seem like Naf's nasty-ass Naf, as Chad has described him, is waiting for that train to pass before he sets his team up with some util.
Well, here we go. The smoke's going in. Molotov to be delivered as well, and they're going through monsters. A nice boost from Stanislaw, but hasn't found the initial kill. But a lot of damage inflicted here. Still a 5-on-5 for now. The bomb makes its way towards the bomb side. Stewie 2K to open things up. It's looking very good for Liquid so far as Twist extends the lead now. A clean sweep by the looks of things here, Alex. Tarek will get a couple of kills by the looks of things here, but it's not going to be much more than one. Great effort there from Liquid. Perfect execution, even with a lot of manpower waiting for them on the other side. EG get absolutely ran over.
And that's always going to be a good feeling. You can see the smirk on Alicia's face. You're coming into a very important game. Not only that, but a domestic derby, a team you're familiar with, a team you've hung out with a whole lot, and there's so much on the line as well. Great seeing that first round, that coordinated pistol that you've been thinking of pay dividends, and doing so cleanly as well.
So they're deploying the smoke as they're going in as well, so you've got no time to react to it, and hopefully you're going to catch the CTs with the grenades out as well. It's a really beautiful way to enter the V-bomb site. Enjoyed that a lot from Liquid. They have come here to play today, that's for sure. EG not this round, unfortunately. They're going to take a full eco here, as we'll just see USPs, but a nice setup towards middle. The flashbang is very strong indeed. It might be able to yield at least one kill. There's the first. Nitro will fend them off. He doesn't have to find frags here, but he certainly is doing a good job of doing so regardless. We'll get 3 kills potentially for now, for Nitro, and we'll see things closed out as expected. 1 kill found for EG, that's about it. But for now, $4,500 per player for EG. This is where things get a little spicier, Alex.
Yeah, expecting to see the Resistance arrive. A couple of sacrifices along the way, of course. No head armor, so those MAC-10s, UMPs, Galils, they're going to be all the more spicy.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see whether this helmets come back to bite them. EG might want to go for an aggressive push at the start. Remember when we saw Crims go for that push towards top of middle or Mirage yesterday? That's the kind of mentality you need here, especially when you know you're up against it. You haven't got all your utility on the CT side. You've got 1 incendiary there, so you have got a bit of aggression there from Cirque. He's trying to push up towards the fountain. His objective right now, try and get a quick kill. Fall back, didn't find it, and feels like he has to fall back at this point. Very slow and passive hold from Liquid. You can see them spread out across the map, just watching choke points, seeing if anyone does want to push out. They're aware of the possibility of a CT push here. Bombs down in T-spawn. Is going to bleed that clock out.
Very standard so far. There's 3 within arm's reach of B. Bomb back towards T-spawn. Smoke will land towards the stand hold of middle. Connector now a question mark, and in response, EG start their advance towards short. A pair, Ethan and Breezy. Gosh, what a pair that is. Taking control of the short water, and CT's actually continuing their investigation just a little bit. Might meet Stewie, or might meet the whole Team Liquid squad if they play this right.
It's actually a little bit tense right now. You can see them having to take more aggressive positions towards short because they can't hold off an execution here. So they've locked down towards a short position. Does mean Monster is open. Ethan can spot if he drops down, but he's looking towards short right now. Stewie's actually gone for the contact plays. Up to Breezy to watch it from short right now. If he gets smoked out, they're in a lot of trouble here. Stewie to challenge first. Great shot.
No head armor and no head. Breezy gone immediately into the site, and that could very well be the save call. I mean, that's so intimidating now.
Cool. I think you might be right onto something there. I wouldn't go for this. Given the circumstances, definitely not now. You got no kits. It's a 5-on-3. Couldn't have been better played there from Liquid. That was the perfect counter to the setup EG were presenting at that point. It was a nice setup from EG. They did what they could. But as I mentioned, the lack of utility and going for this buy, it's always going to be a very difficult one. That's why they're going for that aggressive pick at the start, trying to get any sort of advantage. Didn't find anything. Liquid is holding right back in T-spawn. And at this point, it's just looking to save weapons here. But that doesn't look like it's going to be a very promising prospect either.
Yeah, you can see the merits to the angle Ethan chose to hold there, though, because it's such an off angle for you leaving the pipe. They can't see your feet. You know, there's also that vulnerability when they're crossing towards Monster that they can glance and catch you, but he was perfectly disguised from that. And so that will be 3. Team Liquid starting with a bang on Overpass. And it does make things a little awkward, given the fact that Stan did go down as well. That's only 2 rifles preserved coming into the 4th. It's going to be very difficult to put all of the defensive components together going into the 4th round.
Looking very comfortable right now. It's 3-0 for Team Liquid. I would say the favorites coming into this one, but it's always a fantastic matchup. 2 M4 saved and not much investment around it. A few Deagles brought out. We've got Tarek and Cirque with the saved weaponry here. Both of them positioned towards middle for now. Tarek has a flashbang that he's ready to deploy, which he will. Cirque, same push we saw before. This time committing a little bit more to it.
Yeah, I was hoping to see this the round before. Well, he delivers eventually. Zerg so perfectly tucked in on the fountain, but Nitro, he's aware of it. And the CT aggression will not relent. You've got Stan on long, admittedly only with a Deagle. First blood drawn in favor of Liquid, but Cirque claws one straight back. He makes it known that the EG forces are aggressive. Nitro actually just body shots is all he requires to take down Cirque's second fight. A warning shot from Stan, but gets across. That was Nitro with the bomb as well. Crucial that he managed to get across. Stewie's already charging into the B site.
Well, here we go. Breezy, he's known for some special plays with this Desert Eagle. Alex will see what he's able to do here. He has got armor as well, but he needs a couple of headshots upon entry. That will do, though. 3 bullets into the side of Twist is enough to take him down. Damage inflicted towards Nitro as well. Breezy's looking scrappy here, finally. They flush him out of the bomb site, but Stanislaw and Tarek positioned towards shore. What a grenade that is, though. Under 100 damage inflicted. Flashbang's decent, but Tarek holding strong.
I really like the damage Breezy inflicted. It made it look possible with these rifles. That was until the nade landed on both of them. Issues, but still finds one. Stewie falls, and so all mounting rather onto Stan, but he's already out of it. Yet to find a frag in this round, no exception. It's going to be 4 now for Team Liquid, and their T side does seem to be leaning quite heavily towards the B side so far.
Yeah, absolutely true. And a decent attempt there from EG. They certainly made Liquid uncomfortable at that point. The Desert Eagle of Breezy, you could see him finding maybe more than one kill there. One more bullet could have done it, but it was well held in the end by Nitro, especially getting himself a couple of kills, saving those 2 M4s. Money is incredibly strong on the T side. Losing a few frags there when they've got 2 rifles up is to be expected. This is a world-class team, EG. Some of the deadliest players in the game within their ranks. So you're always going to lose a few jewels in there, here and there in those sort of rounds. But here we go then. The double AWP setup for EG. They've hit the panic button. Here we go. The full buy is coming out. Double AWPs for Ethan and Cirque. Tactical timeout as well. A chance for Adren to get stuck in and work out how they're going to be addressing this first real gun round here. They've got the utility. The sniper rifle's out. We've seen Cirque. He wants to get stuck in towards middle. He's pushed it towards twice now. And he'll be doing more of that with the AWP. That's his play style. He's a loose cannon, but a very effective one.
Yeah, I mean, I think Cirque is probably the first one at the top of my mind when we talk about the new generation AWPers.
Yeah.
He brings the same kind of, he brings the same stuff to the server that I would describe Poison as. People are getting excited about him. It's a different style. Exapower, another one I'd put in that category.
Definitely.
And I think Cirque was the first that really did get the big break.
Explosive AWPers, yeah. They are making a massive name for themselves these days. It's a very exciting play style, and Cirque personifies it. We'll get into round number 5 here. What's the play? Does he want to go towards that fountain once again? Time will tell as we see the first incendiary deployed. Cirque does fancy a go here, but flashes are very effective from Team Liquid. As an HE in response, that should do some decent damage. Oh, more than that. Twist down to just 30. Swallows them.
Despite putting that Molotov out with the smoke, they respect it and will hold back until it fades. Now pushing as a unit, 4 members of Liquid, soon to be 5 as Stewie's in tow. Start their assault. This is a very different looking round. Cirque to be tested, and there's no real better place to be putting those AWPs than holding this banana. He has so many fallback opportunities. He can get one and perhaps fall back, but the swing will be vicious, and they're all coming at once. Oh, just a slither is all he sees. Doesn't quite connect the shot. Twist low, he goes in first and still finds one. He had 30 HP, now just 1, but with a frag to his name here in round 5. Cirque flashed off, push. There's not much he can do, and now the B site. They're rotating as best as they can. A completely lost. And another round on the board for Liquid.
Yeah, you can't even consider going for that one, Alex. That's just a complete role reversal there. We've seen Team Liquid focus towards that B bomb site time and time again throughout the 4 rounds we've seen so far. Then a slow default, waiting for them to fall back, pushing towards the bomb sites, remove that vision, A execution coming in. And again, they're in transition as the grenades are in the air. You don't have any time to react to it. The rotations were just starting from the B bomb site as they were getting the bomb down. They were locked out by smoke, so flashes, the Molotovs, all just being barraged towards the CT steps, and they're going to have to save at this point. We're going to see Ethan with the AWP, Tarek and Breezy will save the M4, but they're getting locked out of this one so far.
It does feel like the Liquid T side, if you watch it from like Cirque's POV as we just did, he was holding that nothing. Radio silence, that he's seen a Molotov. He's not going to be making any calls based on that. He sees, I think, a thumb of a T, and then in the next 5 seconds, they're on the site. He's flashed and he's dead. It's brutal how it goes from 0 to 100. They just put their pedal to the metal.
When they first formed this team and they brought Stewie in and got Adren as the coach, it was Overpass as the map. We first started to notice, okay, this is a different Team Liquid now. It's much more methodical, tactical, slower. And you can see that kind of playstyle being kind of reverted back to now. You can see this is looking very calculated. So they know when they have to pull the trigger and commit. There's not like 10 seconds of panic and trying to get the bomb down. They're scrambling. This has been a perfect run so far from Liquid against very keen and skilled opposition. You can see them with maximum loss bonus, of course, now still with that double orb setup. But Zerk hasn't really been able to sink his teeth into Liquid yet. Flashbang deployed towards connector. No one there to receive it. In terms of the setup, we've got Zerk towards long now, so no longer probing towards the fountain position. A bit more of a classic spot. 3 players leaning towards B with Stanislaw, very passive on A, ready to rotate if required.
Very, very passive. Not to repeat you too much, but yeah, just take a glance at the amount of control that's been gifted to Liquid without a bullet being fired.
Well, they're relying on Zerk now. The aggression hasn't worked. They're not giving away any picks. We'll just hold back. We can wait as long as you can.
And Clock eventually does become the enemy of the T side. For now, though, 54 seconds, an abundance of it. Flash to take control of the water. Naf with the door swing and nade in response. Look at that one down the throat of Naf. Chunk to 50. The loose thread on this Liquid assault is the Elige on long. Haven't committed just yet, and actually keep your eyes on Nitro. He is the bomb carrier. Bit nervous at that clock, and gosh, Zerk's feeling the nerves too. Misses the shot, falls back, responds with a smoke, and that smoke's buying time. They'll have to be funneled in through toilets if they choose to commit to A here.
Well, it looks like it will be an A finish, and the clock is getting a little bit low here for Team Liquid. We are going to see the smokes deployed at this point. This looks good for EG. This is the most promising round they've had yet, and they're yet to find a kill. Let's see if it works out for them.
5 versus 5. 10 seconds left, and here comes 2. Back-to-back frags, Elysian twists. Who better to be finding the blood on the site, and it looked perfect for EG, Henry.
It did. The fact there was 15 seconds there, there's the scramble, there's the panic. We finally see it. They actually presented a nice counter there, but again, we see Stark. He had an opportunity to nail that first shot. Unless he gets that one, he's in a lot of trouble. He was actually lucky not to go down in that particular encounter. As we'll see, a 4-on-2 ensue now. Again, you've just got to save here. Your money's... It will be fine if you save weapons, but if they all go down, you'll be down to a partial buy. So saving the M4 is an absolute necessity at this point. It's going to be 6-0 Liquid, however. And sure, they were a little bit more tested that time, but 4 players still survive. As soon as the bomb goes down, obviously, the clock is reset and everything's back to where you want it to be. So it's going to be Ethan to survive by the looks of things. He's tucked away in towards Bank. Breezy in that connector, and Liquid, they haven't given away many kills whatsoever. We'll check in with the scoreboard here. So we've got 3 kills at the very top for EG. That's Ethan, Tarek with 2, 0 for Stan, 1 for Zerk. Really needed that orb to come online. You can see this is a map EG historically don't play too much. And we kind of said this before. We're like, okay, it's either Vertigo or Overpass. That's where Liquid want to go. And you can see why so far.
Yeah, I mean, they've been given this Overpass and then proving exactly why this was the justified pick. There's only 2 results in the last 3 months we've seen from EG, neither of them with victory. And even after finding the first frag, they only converted that around 57% of the time in those 2 games. That surprises me. That was a lovely find onto the head of Nitro, but unfortunately that is all EG can celebrate after that round. 6-0. We're going back into the fray.
There's the scoreboard for you. You can see Twist with a very strong shift so far, 113 ADR. Fortunately, for EG, not the same sort of numbers up there, although we've got a decent amount from Ethan. So now do they want to throw caution to the wind? Do they want to throw a spanner in the works to see whether they can actually just go for another aggressive pick? I think that suits their playstyle more, because right now that is being outclassed. Liquid are reacting perfectly. Then the Astralis grenades towards the boost spot. No one there to receive. Well, Ethan did get tickled by them slightly. Does a boatload of damage. If you've got 2 people boosted there, you can take one of them out pretty quickly with those.
Yeah, and ever since it's kind of been injected into the meta, that boost has taken a significant dive in popularity. No longer the safe way to hold that water pipe.
So we've had no opening kills for EG so far in this 6-0. That's kind of wild, isn't it?
As the CT's on Overpass, I mean, this is the map.
Not a single one.
Got so much space for a CT to find something early. There it is, just as you said it, 2 in fact. Breezy and Zerk rattling off successful shots, and there's a second to follow from Zerk. Good hold, keeps control of middle. And this should very well be the first round of EG. A correlation, perhaps, drawing the blood first and connecting the round. We do see Naf with a bomb elsewhere. Naf not making too much of a secret of his long position. Certainly now the smoke is flying through the sky. Maybe maybe just hoping he can pull a CT over to the other side. Oh, he has. Ethan reacting, and that could be enough for NAF to at least win the duel and get that bomb down. It's a chance, but it is against Breezy.
King Breezy holds strong. The bomb goes down. It looks like the round is complete. Finally, EG get an opening kill. They get a round and a clean sweep as well. It's looking much better for them. Still very early days here. A little bit rattled at the start, but that's more like it. And it's Cirque finding a couple of AWP shots. Breezy coming online towards B, and Nitro probably going to go down here. Unless he hits a pretty special shot. It's going to come down to the quick scope here, which he'll absolutely connect. Stanislaw is going to be fuming at that one. Cirque, similar story. So Nitro will actually survive and take a lot of money with him. Bit of a heist towards the end of the round there. He's taking about 10 grand away from EG.
And Cirque can't rebuy an AWP, if my maths is correct.
Let's have a look. You are dead on. Unless they somehow picked another one up, which I don't think is possible. So yeah, they don't even have a single AWP now.
Nitro, that was quite the heroics. Let's see Cirque's second. This was a quick one, just catches the tip of the head, and a nice flash in support from Tarek, but surviving. 9 seconds, by the way. Stan was perhaps just trying to play the time a little bit, but nice catch as well. Nitro takes the AWP out of the EG defense for round 8.
And now they don't have an AWP at all. That's so crazy. Counter-Strike is such a layered game. We will see those early HEs be very effective at the start there. It's going to be a lead under 39. Pretty much nullifies his round. He can't be nearly as aggressive as he'd like now. Breezy just dancing on the edge of the smoke towards Monster. It's quite a common push these days, actually. And here's the boost we were talking about before. Tarek up there bravely with the M4A4. Fires for a couple of shots, realizes that's not the best place to be when Stewie GK's on the other side of a creek. 4 players in towards that B bomb site. Stanislaw, the in-game leader with no utility. The solo hold towards A. Good luck, my friend.
0 kills as well. A lot of responsibility.
4 players coming in his direction. Yeah. They'll rotate now, considering it's so quiet, but yeah, there's a chance this can collapse very quickly. They get a quick kill on Stan and smoke spawn. They're in trouble here.
Here's the pins. Calls for the rotate and chooses not to take initial contact. Instead, he will try and wait to connect with his teammates, and that's perfect. Tarek, Stan, both finding frags. A double for Stan. The round is theirs. Stewie left alone. 30 seconds of silence for 5 seconds of chaos. Leaves just Stewie. Can't even hit the first. Stan, a big round from him. His first real test. They came his way. He took 3.
Stronghold from Stan. A statement round there. Like I said, no utility. Had to call for the rotations. He heard the pins being pulled and the flashes in the smoke. Fortunately, his teammate arrives at the scene of the crime just before chaos ensues. And that point, it takes the aggro away from him. You can see him then just adjusting, swinging around, hitting the shots, doing what Stan does best. Tarek with a covering fire as well. Very well played. They are down, but they are not out. They've now got Kriegs out in spades here. 3 of them. Tarek, Stanislaw, and Breezy have been upgraded. And that's quite a scary prospect, I have to say. A lot of Kriegs in the server right now. Full array of them on Team Liquid side. No AWP there.
And there's few that handle it better, certainly from the North American region, than Ethan and Breezy.
Absolutely true. We'll be up against a Liege, another specialist with the weapon.
God,
got some of the world's best Krieg users on the server right now.
Yeah, this could be a treat and a display of the weapon that has taken competitive CS by storm. You can see just how much freedom Stewie is given here. Separate from the pack so often, this time joining him after his early adventures. He hasn't got too far this time, no water control. In fact, Ethan was actually vying for it just there. Exchanges of utility. The first fight goes the way of Liquid. Stewie makes sure of that. He's not quite done there. He wants to try and get ahead of this smoke maybe, and he does, not finding the frag. Ethan once more. Wild bullets, and it's his that connect. Tarek's too. 3 rounds in a row now. It's starting to look like EG have found the necessary form to compete versus the Liquid that came in so hot.
This is actually pretty convincing. Those last few rounds, the ones they've picked up, they've been pretty flawless. You can see they've survived with 4 players once again there. The first round they did pick up, obviously Nitro made it a little bit more costly with a couple of AWP kills towards the end, but still it was a good round, and it's been nothing but that since. They might have actually got close to breaking the bank of Team Liquid. They're not quite there yet. There's 1 more buy available with 2 players, NAF and Nitro with 14,000 between them, and they can drop a couple of weapons here. But this will be the final buy. If EG can break them here, they're right back in this. They can still win the half, bear in mind. So this is far from over.
Yeah, they've lost 3 players in their 3 successful rounds that they've strung together. That is a good way to start nurturing the CT bank, and it's time for Team Liquid to call their first timeout. So we're equal in timeouts remaining. EG called theirs in somewhat of a a flustered panic after the initial loss of 4 rounds in a row. This is Tarek's second.
Which makes complete sense, right? You want to just slow that down, stem the bleed pretty much as quickly as you can. And like taking 30 seconds can just take them out of their zone quickly. Like you readjust, everyone calm down and realize it's not the end of the world and you can get back into it like they are. So a few compromises for Liquid. You can see they haven't got absolutely everything, but they do have the 5 rifles. Stewie 2K with the Khalil. And we'll maybe see a bit more of a little B focus here. They've got the smoke down, flashes going over, and Twist and Stewie start scampering their way up towards short. They're going for a boost if it looks at things. We will see if it works out for him. Oh, hasn't worked out. Bit of noise there.
Similar to their pistol strat, this time with rifles. The smoke lands as Stewie walks out the ton.
It is pretty much exactly the pistol round. Good spot.
Nade towards Graffiti could land perfectly on the head of Tarek. That's going to soften them up for this take. Stewie not quite going to be able to take control of the site just yet, but he's willing to aggress. He's full blind, tucks in. And now the bomb can go down. 4 versus 4. It's Ethan to try and break down the door, but now trading back and forth. 2v2. Ethan's low, so is Cirque, but Cirque catches Naf on the cross. All onto Stewie's aggression, and he gets them both. You can hear the squeal of success, and 3 kills to Stewie. Makes it 7-3.
Great stuff there. That was the pistol round. So you've got those Molotovs and smokes being deployed as they go for the contact play through Monster. As soon as they get any sort of contact from the enemy on the other side, that's when they fully commit. Flashes are being pumped through. They're not catching them. They're going behind that pillar. And the CT, you can see they're stifled. They're in the water. They're calling for rotations. They're trying to get through. And Stewie 2K with the gullible weapons is the one that is to mow them down. Brilliant shot. That's the one towards Cirque that really confirms everything. And we'll see them back on their feet here as we move into round number 11. 7-3 overall. Team Liquid charged towards middle. Flashes deployed. And they have got a bit of confrontation here. Stanislaw the first to drop. Cirque not far behind, that's for sure. That's the AWP gone very quickly. And we will see a 5-on-3. Now, this is another very difficult round here. But Ethan might have the solution. If he gets both of them here, they're right back into it. It was a very good effort, Alex. He did what he could, but not quite enough.
Yeah, he was in the right place, taking the right shots. This time it doesn't connect. Twist just too quick on the trigger. But you have to give some credit to Elige. He has 3 frags to his name right now, but his first frag was when there were 10 seconds left on B. He got 1, so he won the round with that. Yep. This time he just got a double kill and pretty much won them the round. So he's won 2 rounds with his 3 kills.
Well, let's not count our chickens before they hatch here. We have got a 4-2. We have seen crazier things happen. We'll see if Tarek can actually make anything of this. He catches one of the nade out, but Nitro, he's not presenting any of that nonsense. It's going to be a confirmed round now. Breezy with no kit, and will be a 4 versus 1. Bomb to be planted, and you're right, that's all Elige. Like, that's brilliant stuff there. Going through the smoke, avoiding the nade damage, and using that Krieg to full effect, as we mentioned before. So that was great to watch. And Cirque, he's going to be mauling that one. The fact that they couldn't find that opening pick, there wasn't a trade, the AWP not connecting, and their money will be now broken. We'll see whether Breezy can save the M4. He tucks himself in towards the T-spawn area, and that's pretty much his round complete. It's up to Liquid now if they want to go for a massive hunt here. They haven't really got the resources to justify it, especially against a player like Breezy, like one of the best aimers in the game right now. If he's tucked turreting somewhere, you don't want to go find him. Let him save his M4.
I was talking to Yanko, coach of FaZe, for those unfamiliar, YNK, at the dinner table recently. Henry, he said the reason he doesn't like Overpass, as he's taken a more analytical eye to it, is he considers it too big in comparison to the other maps. You can't actually hold everything comfortably as a CT. What's your kind of thoughts?
Well, we just saw that kind of encapsulated with the previous round with Stanislaw's there alone at A because they haven't got resources. They're going to have to take gamble stacks. There's a lot of that on Overpass. There's a lot of gut feeling and inquisition towards areas like short, connector, and it's all kind of like, it's rock, paper, scissors on this map. I do kind of understand what he's saying completely. Like, it is maybe a little bit too big. It's very difficult to justify having 2 players on A, knowing that B's so vulnerable to executions.
And you're spawning on A. I mean, it's a funny one. Interesting to see it transpire at the very tippy top of the Counter-Strike ecosystem. 8-3 advantage Liquid on their assault. First map of this series.
So these are the kind of plays you need to do. If you can have 2 towards A, you need to be a bit more active. You need to have someone who's ready to swing out. If you get a bit of information here, if they do commit towards B, Sanator can get right behind him with that long position now. You can see him baited in by Cirque. Ideally, Cirque's going to get the first kill. Stanislaw swing round. Or he misses, same story. Stanislaw's ready to pounce.
Well, it's time for the pounce to begin. Flash comes in, and so does Nitro. First traded. Cirque can back away. Tarek might even want to throw that flashbang, but no. Instead, they'll dig their heels in once again, leveling the odds. Elige isn't going to give up on this long control that they fought for. Instead, he'll be left alone. As I say that, he does choose to vacate. Look how far Stewie is ahead of everyone else. Oh, doesn't find it. And Breezy, he's going to be expecting so much more. There is more to come, but with 40 seconds on the clock, are they really just going to walk it in?
Well, there's nothing to hold them back. They've got no utility here on this side of the map. Breezy, they're ready for a fight. There's the first. The bomb goes down, and CTs will start to rotate. But Twist will bring them 1 kill back towards Team Liquid here. This is the frag that really matters. Ethan needs to buy time. Only got that MP9. Did what he could. Orb shot rattles off from heaven here. We're down to the 2 versus 2. The Molotov, not that effective. Too deep, I'm afraid. So Sir can still be active here. So can Tarek. Does he get traded out? He does not. Tarek will actually save the round there. It looked like things were getting very awkward with Cirque being focused on towards heaven there, but it will be EG picking up the round and actually maybe ruining the economy of Team Liquid here.
Looks like Elijah's playing on a MIDI controller. What the hell is that keyboard? My God.
He always has interesting keyboards.
He's a StarCraft player, that's why. He's got to get the coolest looking keyboard for that APM.
Nice work from Tarek here.
He pushed ahead of that short smoke. They kind of just, in a 2v2, with all that attention on Cirque's shots, they just kind of subconsciously respected that smoke and hoped they would too.
With the situation they're in, you're going to have to take risks at some point. We go for a straight-up B-rush every monster. Breezy's not missed many so far, but he has too many targets in front of him at this point. A lot of chaos towards the B-bomb side, just trying to punish his side of the map time and time again. It's Stewie 2K and Twist just getting it done through the smoke. Job done completely. We're going to see a 5-on-2. Cirque and Stanislaw, no choice but to save at this point. Just changing it up. They've presented lots of slow rounds, B executions, defaults. Now it's a straight-up rush.
And they just boosted Naf as well. Got him tucked up towards heaven with that MAC-10. There couldn't be a better place to put the SMG.
What a massive round that is. Bought in with what they could with the MAC-10s, the Deagle on Nitro. They haven't really given him any damage here. He does get the dink with the MAC-10, but there's the helmet. Saves Stanislaw. It's available, but no chance in going for this one. Stewie 2K on the prowl, though. Will he catch them on the exit? They know there's a chance that'll be happening, so just trying to stay in no man's land here. As we'll see the round come through, it's going to be Liquid of 9 on the board here. Been quite a quick first half. There's been some slow play, but it feels like once they commit, it all breaks out very quickly indeed.
Yeah, I mean, Breezy, he went down so quick on that challenge. He just kind of got the timing a little wrong. You know, if he was just a second earlier on that swing, he'd have had them as they emerge gray screen, but the timing, just his mental timer in his head, a couple of seconds off, and 3 players had already emerged, had the sight lines and got the frag before he could even do damage. 9 then, closing in on double digits on this T side. This was Liquid picking Overpass, and we're starting to really understand why the CT side unable to present a dream buy into this one, but they have chosen to invest fully.
Stanislaw, this time a bit more active towards middle. Gets himself up towards Party. Drop the smoke to buy him some time here. Ethan, I'm not sure if he spotted them push through short because he was flashed. Now he'll have the information. Only with the FAMAS though. 1 smoke, a flash available, and here comes the boost they wanted to do before. Can they make it work this time? Looks like it's successful. I feel like there's a kill coming. How much time they want to commit to this? Well,
there was a kill.
Definitely
a kill coming. I don't know if we expected that FAMAS of Ethan to be the one filling the feed, but it does. And the second body dropped as well. It was Cirque elsewhere with his AWP. That's so aggressive from Breezy. EG, they're mixing it up and it's catching Liquid off guard. They continue. Stands position. Naf had a nade out. Don't have to do too much when those frags have been gifted to you from the chaos you've manufactured so early in the round.
Twist remains and no bullets left in the Krieg. It's down to the Glock here and his chances don't look too good. Cirque to close things out, the AWP. Very compelling round there from EG. Didn't give much away, and I really like that aggression as well. That's a bit of a statement in itself. The fact you've got those advantages and you're pushing the smokes is frustrating. You're kind of like shouting your own skin. Why is he doing that? Why is he pushing for the smoke? But you just don't expect it, and that's why it works so well. His Cirque just closing things out. Nothing too challenging by his standards. And it's going to be a compromised situation for Liquid here in round number 15. Galil, the MAC-10, a Desert Eagle as well, a couple of AKs, most of the utilities, so expect something a bit more tactical and execution-based here as they go towards Connector this time. Stanislaw, same position as the previous round. Cirque behind him, and Ethan boosted up. Can look towards Connect and probably hear them rotating through.
He's so committed. Stan is only going to have to get one. Does so. There's a weapon that could be retrieved, though, and that in the right hands. Perhaps Twist could get that MAC-10 off his back, but for now, a bit of a slowdown. Cirque awaits it. 3 members of Liquid gathering for this take. You'll see the nades fly, and he's learnt his lesson from the last time. White screen, still got the frag in the one prior. Misses this time.
Not looking himself for those sort of shots, I have to say. There's been a few of those. First map of the series, but hasn't been the most promising scenes by what we've seen on his POV. See if he can nail the second one. That's much better. Maintains the advantage, 4-on-3 now.
Looking for a second, and Tarek's there to babysit. He's only going to get one. There's lots of time. There's no rush, but perhaps Breezy can change things with his flank. Unfortunately, he gets the warning shots, but he connects the first. Long distance into Nitro. Stewie's won clutches with the Galil in this map alone. And now he's got another 1 versus 2. Just one remains, though. It's Ethan, half health.
Bit of a stalemate here. The mind games begin. 20 seconds. Ethan knows there's plenty of time to go back, but doesn't seem convinced, and he would be right to think so. Great way to end it. They bring that half back from the doldrums there, Alex. They were 6-0 down. They ended at 9-6. Sure, they're on the CT side. It's not amazing, but it's looking much better. Just getting warmed up, perhaps, and so are we. We'll take a break and be back with the second half very shortly indeed.
Katowice continues. Group B upper bracket semi-final. I'm Machine, I'm joined by Henry G, and we have got the treat of Evil Geniuses versus Team Liquid. Overpass, it looked like Liquid's pick was going to be all said and done, and then the Evil Geniuses awoke from their slumber. And it does look like we've got a competitive game after all.
We certainly do, Alex, and I couldn't be happier about it. This series had to deliver. We said it would be the match of the day, and at 6-0 on the T side, you thought, okay, maybe not. Might have poured it on a little bit too thick there, but it is starting to warm up now, and we'll see if EG can pick up a much-needed pistol here. It's going to be one smoke, 4 flashbangs, and 1 Molotov here. Stannis saw the bomb on his back, and the flashes are being deployed as they start to probe the connector. It's Nitro to defend, and not really feeling it. He's going to try and bait in his teammate here. This is going to be massive. Do they check the corner, though? That's the question. They certainly do, and it's going to be 2 quick kills for EG.
Whoa. This is problematic for Naf. He's going to have find a very spicy multi-kill instead. Just a single bullet connecting and nothing. Converted into the frag. They're tucked in on the corner. They're just traveling as a death ball. You really shouldn't have a chance. Oh my God! I said I wouldn't squeal! But Liquid, that is ridiculous! Unthinkable, impossible.
Earth-shattering play from Stewie2K. That is amazing. It was a 5-on-2 EG. They didn't think there was a world where they give that round up.
See it again, please.
You saw how much conviction they had behind them at this point. Everyone's enjoying themselves. The round's done in their book, but they didn't account for the one spot that could destroy them there. It's Stewie2K with a P2000 just getting it done. Double digits found, and the morale has got to be in the bin for EG. That's gutting for them.
I mean, yeah, when you're on the site, 5 versus 2, you're already celebrating. You're thinking about the buy, and instead now just charging in. It looks like Liquid are going to maintain that momentum and pick up all of these frags, all SMGs, to sweeten the pot even more.
I can't believe that just happened. They didn't even get a plant out of all that. They didn't really do anything wrong, but they just got swept up in their own success.
Yeah, I mean,
they could have slowed that right down and just checked that spot, got in together. They all just ran in, just thought the round's done, boys, beat them there. They're rotating over, but Liquid, they pull it back. That's insane.
Phenomenal.
Okay, then. Well, EG, you got a chance to pull this back. They did take a full eco in the previous round, meaning you can get Kriegs out now in the AK-47. This is what we call the bonus round for Team Liquid. So they're going to try and be a little bit more scrappy at the start, see whether they can actually steal a kill away at the very beginning of the round. Not going to happen for them, though. In terms of the general setup, Twist has pushed off towards short. Nitro and Liege hanging out in the bathrooms here. So it all slows down for now.
And justifiably so. I think for here, EG, not only slowing down for the strategical elements, but also just to get their heart rate back down to a functional level. No doubt the weapon advantage lies with the geniuses, but Liege is holding the line that's pretty favorable mid-range. That MP9 can really slay, and it does.
Bomb's down as well. Where's everyone else? How has the bomb gone down and no one's even there to do anything about it? They're smoked out. They've got less than a minute now. They've got 2 smokes to their name and a decoy. As the MP9 picks up 2 very important kills indeed. Tarek will let himself down from the party. They need to recover that bomb, and Nitro tucks himself in. He's still got HP. Liege will fall right back. Nitro will just try and fight for 1 kill here. He knows he's going to go down, but if he can get 1 more before he goes, that's enough. That's fine. He knows that's more than enough.
I don't know if it was deliberate, but just by checking that corner, his gun barrel baited the shots. Yep. Stewie's even considering the flank. Timing on this looks perfect. Deploying their utility. Both backs turned. He's not in a rush, though. Just going to take the first. Let his teammates deal with Ethan. He crawls towards Optimus. Twist finishes it with the UMP. Gets the upgrade of the AK-47. And Team Liquid, after that ridiculous victory in the pistol round, I've just ran with this momentum and pick up the first weapon round.
Yeah, that's going to be 13-6 locked in. You can't really justify much more than Deagle Armor here on the T side. Obviously, the chance they can win it. If they do, they'll be right back in the game. But this is looking very difficult for them now. This didn't look great. The spacing was off. They've got no one to really deal with that. If it goes down, there's no utility deployed. You can see the MP9 just had to hit the shots, which it did. And at close range as well is where it does its most fantastic work. You really kind of made things difficult for yourself there. Good grenade at the start, and that's the only player about armor that lands in Tarek's pocket down to 31 HP.
God. You just have to put yourself in the player's shoes just for a moment to really feel that demoralizing pit in the bottom of your stomach. Backing away, Liege will deal with 1. Nitro keeping his teammates safe. Onto another. Good damage inflicted, though. Liege's health just evaporates. Naf aggressive with the MP9, wasn't ready for that, and that's a whole lot of utility squandered. Shouldn't be the round, but remains to be seen what they can do with what remains.
Well, Breezy might be in trouble here, and it will be Nitro to remove him. One of the most stable AWPers on the A-bombs, I have to say. He's had some unspeakable moments on towards that A site. Should be a kill of his Can't quite find the headshot quickly, but Tarek will finish things off. Remember, he got taken down at 31 at the beginning of the round of no armor. He's got an MP9 on his back, but not the best weapon for the job just here. He might be able to get 1 kill on the Liege, who's very low up there towards heaven. Not going to happen there. He's got the scope. The range advantage could be 13-6. A decent effort with a couple of kills there for EG, but the money's out of control. And with such a massive round buffer as well, they're going to start taking some risks here. They can afford to go for a pick at the start, move the AWP around, start punishing EG. Cirque will bring out his AWP as well, but is it going to be enough at this point?
Taking some liberties with the lead.
Yeah, and you can absolutely justify it as well. Stewie2K staying on the MP9? Yeah, why not? Let's make this a really crazy round at this point. Let's start pushing some smokes. Let's deploy some flashbangs. Get Stewie set up. Get under their skin.
Talking about setting Stewie up, there's no real better place to be putting that MP9. Unfortunately for him, though, no contact. Instead, it will be a little slower. And I say no contact, you are going to start seeing Tarek, his teammate Ethan, even taking the bomb down there. So we will see some action there after all. Stewie's back's not covered at this point with the Liege push, and we do see Stewie go down. That's control now for Liquid, and not quite all of it, because the Liege continues his aggression. Perfect trade and disappears.
Just gets the hell out of there. Doesn't want to be anything to do with it. Maintain that lead. It all started with an MP9 kill, as the Liege just picks them off one by one. That's the AWP removed as well. Cirque looking frustrated in his playstyle right now. 4-on-2, Ethan and Stanislaw limp their way back towards the B bomb site. They've got no smokes, a few flashbangs, and so much time. You can't really say, well, we'll just save at this point. You're going to have to at least see what you can do with this. Flash over, see if it baits out any utility. Is there any sort of response here? From this setup, I don't think Ethan will do much of this at all. It should be Twist finding the bomb, which he does. Now down to Stanislaw. I think he could get a couple of kills, but not going to happen. Very clean again from Liquid. Remember, they're going into these rounds with SMGs, a ton of money, and they're still winning comprehensively.
That's going to be just one timeout remaining after this. I'm a Pet will start his campaign. 30 seconds thrust onto the clock for him to try and get this EG squad back into the right frame of mind to forge a comeback on Overpass. It doesn't really look likely with the form Liquid have been presenting.
Yeah, way too strong. So it is the tactical timeout, the third used by EG here. Galils are being purchased. You can see that come in the hands of Ethan. Pretty much straight away. Stanislaw to join him as well. Desperate scenes now. Looking for map point, Team Liquid. Look likely to pick it up, to be honest with you. And that's what I'm talking about. Those sort of plays. You've already sent Stewie2K to push connector. Then you've got a Liege. After he goes down, just seeing whether he can get a couple of kills. Delivers, of course. That's his 10th frag. Falls right back. Cirque, like I said, I can tell from his playstyle, looks frustrated. That's confirmed. So 3 Galils, 2 AK. Cirque with no helmet, no nades at all. But he's gone for the heavier of the weapons. We'll see whether this is going to work out for him. Flash over from a Liege. He's happy to take 1-on-2 duels all day long.
So nonchalant with it. Nades don't connect this time. Which is a step on the flow chart for a 7th round on the board for EG. Healthy after the initial utility. Nitro has the responsibility of Banana. He'll be throwing out that smoke now, and it does seem like EG, with the limitation zone utility, know they have to take these fights. Nitro could be met by Breezy if he continues this walk. Liege to be tested. That could be the bomb. 2 rounds in a row, he could just take that bomb carrier down. Missed shot. Stan, quite the opposite. Access to long granted.
Haven't seen the Liege miss one in a while. But there is a chance here with 40 seconds, though. He's still got to get through Nitro. Talks about how potent his AWP is, but Breezy sniffs him out on the other side, and that should be it. Let's do Stewie2K and get a couple of kills here quickly, which might happen. First one will be his. Spacing's not great for a quick trade here. Tarek will have to jump through, and it's enough. It's now going to be an open site. Nafly still fancies this one. They're trying to do as much damage as they physically can. They've got plenty of money to remember. They have sacrificed those T-sided weapons now on the CT forces. But that's the first on the board in this half for EG. Makes it 5-1. 14-7 overall. There's a couple of kills towards the end. There'll still be a glow in the hands of Cirque. Unable to bring out the AWP just yet. If they lose this round and it's 5 players going down, it's going to be game. They won't have the loss bonus behind them. So double AWP set up this time for Liquid.
So you combine Liquid's starts to both halves. They've got 11 of their 14 rounds just off the back of the pistol.
Yeah, that's true. And a pistol, they shouldn't even won the second.
Yeah, very valid point. Still definitely not going to be forgotten by EG anytime soon. Nor Stewie 2K and Twists. Naf aggressive warping towards the short position. And by nading off the door, he can keep the eye on Tarek's cross and beheads him. Nice connection. Liquid take the advantage early.
Yeah, Tarek drops the ball there a little bit. Pretty much offered himself up on a plate. Cool idea to nade the door out, but he has to be more aware than that. See if Nitro can get the second. He's got players in front of him here. Breezy waiting for Stanislaw to join him. Smoke deployed, and the shot missed. Elige, though, in position.
To support him as best he can. I don't know if Elige can get out as well. The smoke looks like it's just enough to aid his escape, and so they will. Tuck in on the site. Stewie aggressing towards Long. His knee-jerk reaction to the presence in toilets is starting to make sure that one of their avenues is not going to be unmanned. Doesn't have any support of Nitro just yet. 3. Attention drawn. Does manage to take 1. He'll take it. Advantage maintained for his team, and with 25 seconds, the clock really starting to punish EG unless they commit now into the site and into Elige's spray. 2, perhaps a third as well. Stand into the site with only 1 more. Elige, impact to secure 15.
Yeah, real solid hold there. You can see they weren't messing around at all with that one. Defensive lines, crossfires deployed, and EG really having to work for any sort of control there. Didn't get the bomb down. All 5 players dropped. Like I said, if they get that round up, they're in a lot of trouble. The money just won't be there to have a compelling buy going forward. So they've got a Mac 10 for Tarek, a CZ on Ethan, and here's the replay. The great shots from Elige. He's only got 12 kills, but as you mentioned earlier, the kills he has been getting have found them very, very important rounds indeed. So 3 Kriegs, bare bones utility. And they'll make their way towards middle, but they need to dodge these grenades first. Done a good job of doing that. Flashbang's over. Just 1 more round for Liquid will do it.
Oh, they're ready for the pre-fire, but Nafi gets away with murder. His head exposed, crosshair on it, but he does walk away with all of his health. The rotation coming in. Tarek, he was left to his own devices, Monster, but he's chosen to regroup early. He'll be scooping up the bomb and joining the majority of the forces now as they continue their... It's kind of rinse and repeat, it seems that way. This time Nitro is not going to be giving them any of that toilets resistance that they've been having issues with so far. Much more passive hold. A bad smoke.
Execution to close things out here, potentially. It's just going to be a few smokes on the site. Make your way through. But the thing is, this is Nitro's bread and butter. This is where he really excels. Against executions, he's got the AWP in hand. See what he can do with it.
Oh, he can take so many liberties now. He's considered long clear, and he gets the frag and falls out. Completely blind. Elige has lost one in the smoke. It's still Ethan, but Twist is there to hold his hand, and into the site. Another body drops for EG. Another path leaping through, and just with the USP, Tarek, he had a chance, but it will be 3 versus 1 confirmed, and Liquid 16-7. A fantastic start to the series. They take their map pick.
Which was to be expected, to be fair. Remember, we looked at the stats going into this one. EG just don't play Overpass. I'm sure they've been practicing, trying to get into their map pool, but